Today we shall discuss the statistical inference of linear regression model. So here we shall consider both the 2 variable and the 3 variable regression. Now we know that for the 2 variable regression, the estimated parameters are a hat and b hat, and for the 3 variable regressions, the estimated parameters are a hat, b2 hat and b3 hat. So here yi hat is equal to a hat plus b hat xi, and here yi hat is equal to a hat plus b2 hat x2i plus b3 hat x3i. And we know that b hat follows normal distribution with mean b and variance sigma square upon summation of small xi square, where small xi is equal to xi minus x bar, capital Xi minus x bar, and b2 hat in case of the 3 variable regression follows normal distribution with mean b2 and variance sigma square upon x2i square times 1 minus r23 square, where r23 is the correlation coefficient between the variable x2 and x3. So this is the simple correlation coefficient. And b3 hat follows normal distribution with mean b3 and the variance sigma square upon summation of x3i square 1 minus r square 2 3. So these are the distributions of the parameters, regression parameters b hat, b2 hat and b3 hat. Similarly, we can have the distribution of the parameter, estimated parameter a hat in case of the 2 variable and 3 variable regression. Now, for doing the statistical inference, we have to form the null hypothesis. So basically, we have the regression model yi hat is equal to a hat plus b hat xi. Similarly, we have the estimated regression model in case of the 3 variable regression, and therefore we have to estimate this b hat and a hat. We have to test the statistical significance of a hat and b hat. Now what is the interpretation of b hat? B hat measures the impact of xi on yi hat. Now suppose in a particular regression result we are getting the value of b hat is equal to 2.3. That means what? If we change the value of xi by 1 unit, then yi hat will be changed by 2.3 units. Now we have to check whether this particular number 2.3 is statistically significant or not. For that we have to do the hypothesis testing, and then we have to do the statistical inference. That is, we have to check that whether we can infer that the impact of xi on yi is statistically significant. So for doing the inference of the linear regression model, the first step is to form the hypothesis. Now hypothesis can be of 2 types. One is the null hypothesis, which is denoted by H naught. The other hypothesis is HA, which is the alternative hypothesis. Now in the population, in 2 variable case, our regression model is yi is equal to a plus bxi plus ui. Now H naught in this case is b is equal to 0, and HA is either b not equal to 0, that is b can be different from, b is different from 0, and b can be either positive or it can be negative. So this is one type of alternative hypothesis. In other case, we can have the alternative hypothesis like this, that is b greater than 0, or we can have b less than 0. So alternatively we can have this alternative HA, alternative hypothesis. So either the alternative hypothesis is b greater than 0 or the alternative hypothesis is b less than 0. So this is one type of formation of hypothesis, and this is the other type of formation of hypothesis. So here HA is denoted by b not equal to 0. Here HA is denoted by either b greater than 0 or b less than 0. Now if HA is denoted by b not equal to 0, then this type of alternative hypothesis is called two-sided alternative hypothesis. And if the alternative hypothesis is like this, that is either b greater than 0 or b less than 0, then HA is one-sided. Now if HA is two-sided, then we do two-tailed test. And if HA is one-sided, then we do one-tailed test. So in the statistical inference, the first step is to form the hypothesis. So we have in step 1, we have already formed the hypothesis, null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis, and depending on the nature of the alternative hypothesis, we can do either one-tailed test or two-tailed test. Now after formation of the hypothesis, that is after forming the null and the alternative hypothesis, we have to form the test statistics for doing the hypothesis testing. Now we can form the test statistics like T, Z, chi-square and so on. Now when sigma square, now what is sigma square? Sigma square is the variance of the error term ui. Now when sigma square is known, if sigma square is known, then we form the Z statistics. And if sigma square is unknown, then we form the T statistics for doing the statistical inference. Now when sigma square is known, how the Z statistics will be formed? Our null hypothesis is that in case of the two variable regression, null hypothesis is that b is equal to 0, and suppose the alternative hypothesis is b not equal to 0. So that means alternative hypothesis is two-sided and we have to do the two-tailed test. So here Z is equal to b hat minus 0 divided by standard error of b hat, because b hat is our estimated parameter. So when the regression PRF, when in the population PRF is yi is equal to a plus bxi plus ui, then the estimated model is written as yi hat is equal to a hat plus b hat xi. So here we are getting the values of b hat and a hat. We are not getting the value of the b. We have to predict about the value of the b with the help of b hat. Now here in the null hypothesis, we are assuming that b is equal to 0. That is the impact of xi on yi is 0. That we are assuming in the null hypothesis. And in the alternative hypothesis, we are assuming that there is impact. There is some impact of xi on yi. We do not know the nature of the impact. It can be a positive impact or it can be a negative impact. But it will have some impact. That we are assuming in the alternative hypothesis with the help of the alternative hypothesis. And accordingly, we are forming the Z statistics. And why we are forming the Z statistics? Because in this case, sigma square, that is the variance of the error term, is known. So in that case, Z is equal to b hat, that is the estimated slope coefficient b hat minus 0, means in the null hypothesis b equal to 0. So that is why we are writing here 0 divided by standard error of b hat. Now we know that b hat follows normal distribution with the mean b and the variance sigma square upon summation of xi, small xi square. So standard error of b hat is under root of this sigma square upon summation of xi square. That we can put here, and accordingly we will get the Z statistics. And if the value of sigma square is not, so this is the case if sigma square is known. Now when sigma square is unknown, then we cannot form the Z statistics. In that case, we have to form the T statistics. So in that case, T will be equal to b hat minus 0 by standard error of b hat. But here this sigma, so in place of standard error of b hat, we are replacing sigma divided by under root of summation of xi square. So that sigma will be replaced by sigma hat, because sigma is not known here in place of the T statistics. So here in case of the Z statistics, this can be written as b hat upon sigma divided by under root summation of small xi square, and in this case, in case of the T statistics, T is equal to b hat upon sigma hat, so this is sigma only, because this is the variance, so standard error will be the square root under root of the variance, so this will become sigma. So here in case of the t statistics, t is equal to b hat upon sigma hat divided by under root of summation of small xi square. So when sigma is not known, sigma is unknown, then we are using t statistics, and when sigma is known, then we are using the z statistics.